Hi everyone, Selva here from Now Divas. So today I'm going to show you exactly how to set up AWS Cloud Discovery in ServiceNow. So I have already configured this in my lab environment and I will walk you through my step and show you step by step how to replicate it in your environment. So by end of this video, your AWS resources, EC2 instances, RDS databases, S3 buckets will automatically populate into your CMDB. And I'm also leaving a complete PDF guide in the description with every command and every screenshot and every troubleshooting tip you will need. So let's get started. So before we dive into the setup, let me show you what we are building today and what I have already created. So here is my AWS Cloud Discovery setup that's already running, and as you can see here, and let me just show you something. And also I have created the AWS Discovery schedule, and also I have created the credentials as well, and I have linked that credential to this discovery schedule. And also you can see that these CIs have already been updated, and there is a AWS Cloud Service account too. So everything has been set up already, but I'm going to recreate this so that you can also follow the same thing. So the one I was talking about is the credential alias. So the one I have created or used, I'm going to show you guys how it will look like too. So this is how the AWS credential will actually look like. You need to gather this access key and also the secret token or the key from your AWS. And also let me show you what has already been set up on my AWS. So I have already created an user called ServiceNow Discovery. Let me show you that. As you can see, I've already created a ServiceNow Discovery, and I have created the policies here. So there are two policies which I have already created, and this has a read-only access permission, and this is very crucial for the security. So let me show you how the policy actually looks like. And I have given all the permissions here, and you can see just the read permissions. And also I have generated the access keys that ServiceNow actually uses to authenticate. Let me come here, and you can see that access key ID and everything. So I have already created one, but you can follow the guide, whatever I'm attaching in the description box below, to create it. And also I have EC2 instances running here. Let me show you guys. Let me go to the dashboard and show you what all is being running. As you can see, I have so many stuff running here, Linux EC2 instances and everything. So you can see that there are 3 instances running, 1, 2, 3 instances, and we are already discovering them using the ServiceNow Discovery on the ServiceNow, and it is stored on the ServiceNow table. So the architecture is very simple. So the AWS provides the resources, and the ServiceNow mid server acts as the bridge, and Discovery pulls everything into CMDB. So I'm going to show you guys how to quickly create all these things, whatever I have created, is in case if you're new or if you want to create it. But usually you can reach out to your AWS developer or an admin, and then they can create all these things, and they will provide you the username, the access key, whatever is required for the setting up the credentials, like the secret key and the access key. They will be providing these. So let me show you guys what you need to do. So you can do it directly from the UI as well. From the AWS UI, you can go to the IAM and come to the users, and you can create any user you want. For example, give any name and add the permissions here. and also you need to create a policies too. And you have, under the policies, you need to provide only the read only permission, and then you need to generate the access key. And all this information are actually available on the product documentation. I'm sorry. So, and also I have certain AWS Cloud Shell is also there, where you can directly go ahead and create them without going through the AWS UI. So these are the three commands which you can type it here. So you can just take a look at it. And but it says like there is already a account created for me, but you can make use of this command to create your own account, and also you can create your own policy, and also the access key also can be generated. I will be leaving this in the description box below. And as soon as you enter this in the Cloud Shell, make sure to copy your access key ID and also secret access key, which is very important for setting up the credential. Copy it and paste it. And the access key for my account is this is how it looks like, and it shows as active. So gather all those information, and then the second step is actually coming to the ServiceNow instance. So what we have done till now is we created an IAM user, we created a policy, and then we attached it, and we created the access key and also the secret key for authentication. So you will have to come here to the credentials module, connection and credentials module. Just select new, and come to the credentials, just select the new and select the credential type as AWS credential, even your name, and also whatever the access key and the secret key, whichever you copied, just come here, paste it, and you're all done. So your credential is actually set up, and there is nothing to be run on the mid server. So all the setup are going to be done only on the ServiceNow UI itself. And after this, make sure your cloud discovery is activated. So in order to create a discovery schedule, just come here to discovery schedule, and then click on a click on a cloud discovery, and then you need to fill in all the details here in order to create your discovery schedule. And also you can also create a cloud service account from a module itself, and then you can attach that service account here, or else you can create a new service account here as well. So I find that doing this way is a lot easier. So you can just select anything of your cloud provider here. I'm going to select the AWS, and you can give the name as whatever you want, and you can see your add an account or select an account. So add an account is nothing but you need to give all your information related to AWS. So if you have already created an account, then it will go ahead and link it. So I have already created one, but this is how you can give the name, and you need to give your account ID. So you need to gather this information from your AWS, or you can gather it, as I mentioned earlier, gather it from an admin, AWS admin or a developer. So they are responsible for gathering all the information, and whatever the credentials you created, link it here, and then you can click on test account. So as soon as you click on test account, this will take somewhere around a minute or two to check the access and the required permission. Once it is successful, it will show as like the validation is successful. And from there, you can just proceed to the select data centers. Let me see if I can show you guys the previous one, whatever I created, whether that will actually show. Let me load mine. So what will happen during the validation? Let me talk a little more about it. So if your credentials are correct, And if a mid server can reach AWS, and if the IAM permissions are good, then everything is actually ready for the discovery. That's what the validation step actually looks for, whether your credentials are correct, if your mid server can actually reach the AWS, and if your IAM permissions are correct, like if it has accurate or a required permissions. And also if everything is correct, then you are halfway through. I would say like you're almost there setting up the cloud discovery. So after that, it's pretty easy. You need to select your data sources. So I don't think so it's actually showing up here. Let me do one thing. Let me go ahead and recreate it just to show you guys how it will actually look like. I'm going to select this and I'm going to do something. I'm going to select an account because I've already got an account. So this is the account ID and everything. I'm going to show you guys. You can see the account validation is actually successful, but I don't know if we can test it again. It's not showing up for me, but usually whenever you create an account, you can always test it, and right now it is grayed out for me. And just click on the next. Oh, not okay. In the second one, in the data center, you can select all the data centers which you want to discover. In my case, I have just selected everything, and you can even refresh your data center. It takes like less than a minute to populate everything. And please ignore these messages. This is showing up because of an invalid related entry under that application table. So we had this issue and I have fixed it, and I can tell you guys how to fix it as well. So let me go ahead and close this, and you can select everything, and then you can discover your VMs as well, and select the mid server here, and then boom, just click on next and you can create the schedule, and it will take care of the process. It will go ahead and look for all the things you have on the AWS, and it will populate the discovery. So since we have already set up the discovery schedule, so I am going to discover it again, and I'm going to show you guys what happens behind the scene. So it says like it is active, and you can see that around 213 has been started and 13 completed. So you can always refresh here, and you can see the probes which are being sent, like the AWS launcher, the ECS, get Kubernetes, the API gateway, and everything. And also you can come here to see any errors which occurred during the scan. So you can see that there are no clusters, and since this is our test account, I do not have much information to discover, just those 3 lab instances whatever we created. So always come here to the devices, and you can just refresh it, and you will see what is the current activity and everything. So I think when I previously scanned this, it took somewhere around 5 to 6 minutes for my scan to be completed. So let's come back after the completion of the discovery schedule. And also our discovery schedule is still running, but I want you to show you guys something before I proceed further. So under the configuration items, you can see we somewhere around 15,000 configuration item. I think most of them are related to this AWS. And you can also see we have 3 virtual instances, which is virtual machine instances, which are running, and this has been created by our cloud discovery. So I discovered it yesterday, so that's when you can see the most recent discovery, and our discovery schedule is also running. And let me open one of the record, and here it is, and you can see the relationship, how the ServiceNow was created. And this is the power of ServiceNow discovery, and you can see how beautifully it has connected everything, and you can see all the relationship you want to see, and which is actually useful for both ITOM and also ITSM process. So it's very easy easy to implement this, and I have used AWS for setting up the cloud discovery. You can use several other cloud resources to discover them, but going forward I would discover some of the other cloud applications, and we will scan them using our ServiceNow discovery, and let's see how it actually looks like. And also, if you want to see the complete map, then you can just click on that dependency view map, and it will give you that tree like a structure, and you can see everything. And also I see that it is still active, and let me talk about some of the troubleshooting tips which will be useful for you while setting up this discovery. For example, if you get a message like the validation failed when you are testing your account, if it fails, then you can do some of the things like check your mid server is up and it's active and it is running. So in order to do that, you can go to the mid server and then come here to the mid servers, and you can see one of my mid server is actually up and it is validated. Come here and check it, and also verify your access key that has no typos, no extra spaces, and copy paste is your friend. And also confirm your IAM permissions. Make sure that read only access is attached. You can see there are read only. So there are so many things. I think I created a policy, so you need to make sure that you attach. Oh yeah, sorry. You can see the policy called read only access that is being attached. And also, another important thing why your discovery might fail is because of mid server capabilities. So in case under your mid server, if you haven't okay, is it down? Okay, that's strange. Let me just check that why it is down. I'm going to quickly check my lab mid server. I do see that it is running, so it's up right now. So come here to the supported application. In this case, I have selected all, and also in the capabilities I have selected all. Make sure you are adding the capabilities here. Let me just show you what I mean by that. So come here, and you can see there's a cloud management. Make sure this is being added, and if you select all, then the mid server will be used for all this purpose. And if you are using specifically the mid server for discovery, this mid server will not support the cloud management. Make sure that you do that, and also come to the capabilities here and click on edit, and also just check if you have added the AWS or whatever you're trying to discover. Make sure that you select the relevant one, and just check the validation. And these are the basic things what you can do it in order to fix that validation problem. And also the number 2 issues that you would get like a no resource discovered. So if the discovery completes and you don't see any CIs, then you need to verify the resources exist in that selected region. So if you remember the cloud setup when we were doing it, there was asking you to select the data centers. Make sure that particular data centers contains all the resources available, and also check the discovery status log looking for errors or warnings, and also confirm double check that the correct data center was selected, and also verify the resources exist. And also the number 3 issue, as I mentioned, is like just now you guys saw it, that the mid server is down. So if that mid server is down, make sure you go to your particular mid server and restart it or validate it and troubleshoot the mid servers. And also you can quickly restart your mid servers from the UI itself. You can see this related link. Just go ahead and do it. So all of these are the troubleshooting steps, plus many more they are all documented on the Google and the AWS, and also even our ServiceNow community as those information. So I will be attaching a PDF document with additional information. You can look into that. Let me come to our discovery schedule, and as you can see, it is still active, but it's still running. But you can see that several of the CIs are already updated, which is a very good sign. That means our AWS discovery schedule is actually working as expected. So in order to see all the CIs, go to the configuration item CI table, and you will find all the things. So and that's it. So you have just learned how to set up AWS cloud discovery in ServiceNow. So let's recap what we covered today. We covered how to create the IAM user in the AWS console, and also you need to remember to grant the read-only access. And whatever the policy I created was this one. Let me open the policies and I can show you guys the permissions, whatever I have selected, and you can see all the read. I have given access to all of the service, and the access level is read. And also we generated the access key for authentication. I did show you guys how to create it by going into the cloud shell. I will be leaving that command. You can just go ahead and do that. And also we did a validation, like we validated the cloud service account and we created a discovery schedule, but not technically, but I did show you guys how to create one. And also we monitored the discovery schedule in real time, and we viewed our CIs, and we explored our relationship mapping. So this same process works for production environment. Just remember, use a strong IAM policies, rotate access keys regularly, monitor your discovery runs, and keep your CMDB clean. And do not forget, I have created a complete PDF guide with every command, every screenshot, and also the detailed troubleshooting, and also the best practices and the security card recommendations. So I don't know if you can download it in the description box, but I'm going to leave it. And so if you find this helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to Now Divas for more ServiceNow contents, and drop your questions in the comments, and I read and respond to every one of the comments I can. So share this with your ServiceNow team, and thanks for watching. And also in the upcoming videos, I will cover the multi-account discovery with AWS organization, like the credential-less discovery using the EC2 instance profiles, the custom discovery pattern, and also the troubleshooting steps, and the checklist for upgrading the mid servers, and many others. So this is Selva from Now Divas, and reminding you to stay curious and keep learning. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Ta-ta, bye-bye. Take care.